Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner, and it's time for another knife video. Still basking in the glory of the recent Blade Show, Atlanta, all the knives, and the last one I put out last night was the Jack Wolf knives that budget one. So I thought it would be interesting, or kind of appropriate to follow up with another budget knife from a great company that is usually more expensive. And that would be Chaves. There's that key. Yeah, they really have some good iconic features to their knives, things that stand out, such as the clip and the key. And so Chaves, I've been slowly building up a collection of Chaves. I started out with this Redion, Redion Street, and it's a smaller one, and it was less expensive. So, man, the detents on these things are quite impressive. Quite impressive. I do love a good strong detent. But yeah, I can middle finger flick it, but that thumb, now, once you get it out a couple times in and out, it kind of works itself in. I guess I've really built up the muscles in my, I can't really flex, to show you how much muscle I have in that middle finger. But yeah, it's definitely, knives like this really test that. So this one was, let's see, how much was this one when I got it? It was 320. Nope. I'm sorry. Yeah, 320. 320. So yeah, still expensive knife. You know, they started out with customs, and I guess they still do some customs maybe, and they were USA made and everything. Then they started doing some production through Redion. Redion's not cheap. If you're gonna OEM through Redion, you're pretty much going to be paying some money, but you also going to get some great quality. So that was the first one that I bought, and then the next one that I bought, I splurged. I know I got this. I didn't pay $410. I think that's the price tag that you'll normally see. I think I got it on sale because yeah, that's a lot of money. But it is a bigger one, so I do like. You can see the difference in size. I do like bigger knives, and I've always wanted to get some of the bigger Chaves knives. So this is the one with the kickstop. The downside being that there is no middle finger flick on this one because there's no way to catch it from the side, and there's no studs, and there's no hole, but it's got the kickstop. So it's got that symbol for the kickstop. So yeah, expensive knife, $410. That's getting up there. It's there's a lot of competition of really good quality stuff in that area, so it kind of slows my roll on getting some of those bigger Chaves knives. If I can catch a deal, I know I got it sale on. I don't remember what I got it for, but it wasn't cheap. But it is nice, man. That micarta with the black, it just really looks good. I like the way it patinas over time, and I did want to check out the kickstop, see what that was all about. It basically disappears. So when you flick it out and it comes back, it's not really out until the end, and then it pops out, and then when it goes here, instead of sticking out this way, it folds in. So it's got like a little pivot point. So that's cool. And then more recently, and you probably seen this video not too long ago, was the Scapegoat. Now this one, I got it as $259.99. Pretty good deal. I mean, it's not quite as big as the 229, but not quite as small as the Street. And I love the blade shape. I think it's a really good one. I think it's because it's a frame lock too, but it does have this micarta, so it doesn't have a full titanium side maybe. But it's titanium liners. I don't know. I'm not really sure why. And then this is the only one that I have. You can see what I have here so far that doesn't have the screws on the top of the skull. That's something a lot of people talk about. Doesn't really matter that much to me, but it is cool to have that in the collection. because of that. Now there comes this one. So all these other ones are, $200, $300, $400 range. And then we got this one. And it's a little bit of an oddball. I was just, when I was at the show, it got kind of chaotic. It got kind of crazy, and my mind was like all over the place. And I wasn't really keeping track of stuff. I wasn't like asking all the questions about the details. I'm more of a feeling kind of guy rather than a detail kind of guy. Details are important as well, but I always think, well, I'll just look it up afterwards. But there's nothing on this one. I looked at it just this morning. I was trying to find out. I thought maybe there would be some information. But the only thing I saw was on Reddit. Some people were talking about an email that was sent out or an Instagram post that was sent out about it. But it was very vague. And it said Blade Show ready. So at Blade Show, I picked this guy up at the table. I was really going to check out Blue Label. And I think technically this is a Blue Label. You can see here, it came with the skull as an option. This one was installed on the knife. But me being a lover of that skull clip, had to switch it out as quickly as possible. But there you go. So new Chaves in the collection, $80. 80 bucks. It's just 80. No, not 180, not 280, not 480. 80 bucks. Now, obviously, a big difference on this one. It's got a crossbar lock. Crossbar lock. Now, I know a lot of people really like crossbar locks. On Reddit, people were talking about it, and some people really like it. I'm not as big of a fan. I like that detent, but this is a very well done crossbar lock for one thing. It's not too hard to pull back, so you can do it with one hand. It's not like it's getting all squirrely if you do it on one side, and you have to make sure you do it with both fingers. Pretty easy to do, and then you can do that action thing if you like doing the tick-tock game, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm not really big on that. I like to deploy. I like that feeling of a detent, and that is the thing. Now, one thing interesting I've been noticing as I do it, and maybe it's true with other ones, if you disengage it and then you let go of the crossbar, then you got this point here where it's almost like a second detent sort of thing, even though it's not really a detent. But clearly it's got a hump to go over to get close. So it does suck in at the end. You see that? And I don't know if I've really seen that somewhere. Maybe this is just a stronger version of it, but it really sucks it in. Now it's still kind of spongy when it comes out, so it doesn't break like a detent ball coming out of a hole, but it does retain. This thing is not shaking out. There's no way it's shaking out. Now, as far as the size, you can look at the comparison here with the Street. It is close, maybe exactly. I don't know. It's about the same as the Street. Shape-wise, it does look like the 229. There's a lot of similarities there. Not too far different. Now, this one's got a hollow here, and this one looks more like the 229 because it's not. It is dual ground, and the 229 does have a little hollow, so it doesn't have hollow. So I really don't know what they call this knife, to be honest with you. And it kind of it's not great for a review because I can't tell you what it's called. Well, I can't tell you where to get it because it doesn't seem to be available anywhere right now. And now I assume that they're going to come out with it. I'm assuming it's part of the blue line because that's the least expensive versions of Chaves. But I think this is the cheapest one I've seen so far, $80. I don't think it's just an exclusive for Blade Show, but doesn't seem to be a lot of information out there about this one. So it's very interesting, very, very interesting. I'm glad I got it. It's just, I like interesting, different stuff, things that, for one thing, it's really nice, really well made, just the quality. We're talking about, it's not a titanium, whereas most of these guys, I don't know what I did with my usual magnet that I have here. I think I have a magnet in here though. Pardon me, fumbling around. This when you come to my channel, you're always gonna deal with knife YouTube imperfection. It's guaranteed. I wonder what I did with that thing. Because I know I was checking it earlier. Maybe a pocket? No. All right, hang on. I'm gonna pause. Oop. Yep, of course, it's right next to me. That's why I couldn't find it. So it's magnetic. So it's not aluminum. It's steel. Not real strongly magnetic. Now this is stronger magnetic. So I'm guessing it's stainless, and maybe some stainless is not as magnetic, because I know like 300 series stainless, not magnetic. So we used to use magnets to check carbon versus stainless sometimes. If a carbon is not rusted, sometimes it's hard to tell. And with like a 304, 316 steel, which we've used at work, it's not magnetic. So it's probably a stainless steel. I looked inside. Don't know if I can really get it so you can see, but there's no liners or anything like that. It's not like an inset liner. There's a bit of dust in there, but probably need to run a claw through there or take it apart. But access locks, crossbar locks, get a little crazy on the disassembly. But it's all one piece, so, and everything's screwed into it, so it's got to be steel, right? Because aluminum's not good for threading aluminum, really. So yeah, I think it's steel and steel. Everything seems to be steel on this thing. Doesn't seem that heavy. I mean, there's really not much in the way of milling in there. Maybe a little pocket there. But yeah, so I don't think they're really going out of their way to make it lightweight, but at the same time, it doesn't feel that heavy. Let me see. If I compare it to, well, this is going to be a short video because I don't have that much information. So let me go get my scale. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Move some stuff out of the way so we can weigh this thing. I am curious. Normally, I just say, I'm not really, like I say, I'm not really a stat guy. I'm not like into all the fine details. I feel it. I look at it. I like it. That's really where I go in my head. All the statistics and all the numbers and everything. For one thing, it's hard for me to remember. But for another thing, it's just like, it's not as, doesn't mean as much as just the experience itself. So we're zeroed out. 3.7 for steel scales, and they're not super thin or anything. I mean, I don't think it's not nearly. Let's close this guy. Knife safety. And we'll put them next to each other. It's not nearly as thin as the street. You can see. Let's see what the street weighs, because I think it's a little more heavy. Oh yeah, 4.5. I was actually right that time. 4.5 versus 3.7. Impressive. So it is a little bit thinner of a carry. Some people like that. Some people might prefer that. Certainly the clip is thinner. I mean, if you look at clip to clip, the difference is pretty obvious. It's a smaller clip. It works really well. It's really no problem. It's got a clean look. I'm not sure what the coating is either. Like I said, I was just going to look things up. That's what I normally would do. But can't do it in this case. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a follow-up sometime later. But, as soon as it's available, I mean, I'm sure people are going to be jumping on it. Other people that didn't get it at the show. Yeah, I mean, when I got there, this was the only one on the table. And it was pretty late. I think it was maybe second or third day. And I was asking about Blue Line. I just wanted to check them out. I might have bought like one of the other ones, but this one just intrigued me. I mean, it wasn't so much that I couldn't afford a little more money at the show, but this one just intrigued me, and it is really nice. It was centered. I mean, the quality's there. I don't know if it's Redion made. I probably should have asked all this information. but it looks good quality. I mean, the bevels look good. Don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it looks like it could very well be made by Redion, and that seems who they go to. And why would you want to start up a new relationship? I don't know. Are the blue lines from Redion? I guess I should. I don't care that much, to be honest with you. But I know some people do, so I should be, as a responsible YouTube reviewer, if you want to call me that. I should have that information. But you can always look down in the chats, because I know there's a lot of smart people down there that has really good information. I love to have people even correcting me, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't want to I don't have an ego about it, and I'm honest about it. I just doesn't really interest me that much. I mean, I'm interested to a certain extent, but it's really not live or die on that. But it is a very cool knife. It feels really good. The action is really good. If you hold the crossbar back, you can go all the way up and down. It's just that if you let it go ahead, it's going to have a springy thing going on. But like I say, I think there's a value in that. So really nice knife. I would recommend it. It's for $80. I mean, in my mind, that's budget. Maybe not for everybody, but it certainly makes it more available to a lot of people. If you've always wanted to get a Chaves, just like with that Jack Wolf Gateway, I mean, excellent. Hopefully they'll be popping these out soon. There's another knife that I bought at the show that the similar situation. We'll talk about that later, where it just doesn't have information on it. I mean, and you know, it'll eventually get out there. But I didn't want to wait. I want to show you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it, even minus some of the details. Oh, D2 steel. So that's part of the price. Tonto shape. I believe it's Blue Label. I don't know. I'm assuming it's China. It's got to be, right? For $80, you guys, it's got to be, because it's just a great. I mean, I can't think of any other $80 knives that I like as much as this one. It's just incredible. Hopefully that'll be the price, not just the Blade Show price, but out there in, when they drop. So we'll see. All right, guys, that's it. That's my next step on my journey. Coming off a Blade Show, got plenty more to go. I mean, we're really loaded down. Funny story. Yeah, I'm not too far in. 17 minutes. Funny story. I'm a goofball. I'm like a weirdo. You guys probably have noticed this by now. But you know how I did that 5 weeks, and I was good during that 5 weeks. I mean, I think there were some things I did buy, like a backspacer. What else? I got some stuff in that I paid for before or something, or I won some giveaways. I actually got some stuff that I won from giveaways and didn't come till after Blade Show. You haven't seen those yet because I got so much backlog. Anyway, I'm home now, and the chains are off. The handcuffs are off. And even though I have tons of knives here to show you, I don't have to worry about content, and I have so many new knives. What the heck? I saw a deal, and I'll talk to you about it a little bit later, but it's something that I already said that I was going to buy, and it was on sale, 20% off, and it was available, and it came up in a text. Do you get those texts? Do you sign up for those texts so you get texts in the morning? I really shouldn't do that. It's so dangerous for me. I bought that thing. So it's already here. I don't know when I'm going to get to show you. I mean, there's so much to show you. And then you ever play games on your phone and you're like, this was solitaire. I mean, sometimes on the airplane or whatever, or sitting in the airport, or when you're just sitting there, your girlfriend's shopping for clothes and she's trying things on. And so I play games on my phone sometimes, and they always come up with ads, because they got to pay for it somehow. It's free to me, except for the ads. It's kind of like if you have YouTube Premium where you have to pay for it versus YouTube without paying for it, you got ads, right? That's how we pay for stuff, right? Free stuff, nothing's free. Anyhow, I got an ad on I was playing a word game. It wasn't solitaire or something else, word game. And all of a sudden this knife comes up, and there's so many things that come up. And I'm always pretty good. I very rarely will click on anything unless accidentally or whatever. But this one, it came up a couple times. They'll do that. They'll repeat it over and over again. And it was inexpensive. And I clicked on it and bought it. And guess what? It was a knife. Now, the upside of that is when I'm playing the game, now all of a sudden I'm getting knife ads all the damn time, right? So they're like constantly, you know, reading me, but I fooled them because I would rather look at knives than like, you know, women, you know, like women products or things that are totally unrelated to me. You know, I get a ton of stuff and it's like, I am not interested. Why are you giving me this? Now they saw that I actually bought. This is the only thing I've ever bought off one of these things, and it's a knife. So now they're bombarding me with knife content, and of course I would much rather see that, but it is dangerous. But most of it is kind of not good. So every once in a while you get a decent one, but you know, most of it's like the Amazon stuff and all that. So it's not too tempting. This one was kind of like. You know, it's one of those things that I probably wouldn't have bought, but I thought it was cool, and we'll talk about it. I'll show you when I, you know. But like I said, I'm a weirdo, and every once in a while, I'll do things on impulse, and it's who I am. And you know, what am I gonna do? Change who I am? No, I'm gonna be me. All right, guys, that's it. Enough rambling. Thanks for watching. I hope you think this is really cool because I certainly do. I've talked to some other people about it, and everybody seems to be like really excited about this. So I think it's cool. I mean, I haven't seen it really on other channels. I don't know if they've been putting it out, sending it out to anybody. So yeah, look at that. The Tonto D2 steel, which I like for sure. Steel scales, I have no problem with that. I mean, you know, titanium's great, but steel works great. It's strong and everything, and it's not that light, heavy, right? 3 point, what did I say, 7 or whatever? That's pretty dang good. Chaves got all those. The jimping, very nice design. Fits in the hand. It's a little smaller than what I normally would be gravitated to, but it's definitely good EDC size. And most people are going to think that's plenty big. So that's it, guys. Excited. It's going to keep rolling. The train's going to roll until we get through all these knives from Blade Show. I can't wait to show it all to you. If you saw the short ones that I did during the Blade Show, you've probably seen most of these. You already saw this one, but I'm getting into detail. So yeah, and I'm rambling, 22 minutes. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.